Today is August 29th, 2021. My name is Charles Suter, and today I'm presenting the topic based upon a question. What to do when you don't like the changes in your life? Well, my main message is as follows. You are not powerless against the forces of change. No one wants their comfort zone disrupted, but change is a fact of life. Since you can't stop change, you might as well become an active participant and move change in favorable directions. You gain nothing by fighting against external change, but you can adjust your life to accommodate whatever changes emerge so that it becomes just a natural evolution of your life, and doing so without undue emotional distress. Proposition 1. Changes happen whether you like it or not. Everything changes except God, who is the creator of change. Now, some of these changes are good and desirable and some are not, but they're all moved by God in the direction of good, which you may not understand in the moment. God has a reason for change. Everything created is a result of change. You yourself are a product of change. You are not in control of the universe, so the universe is going to unfold as it does without your permission. Some changes will be to your liking, and some not. So you must learn to take the good with the bad. If you believe in a higher benevolent power, then you will understand that all creation comes from the hands of a loving God, and it is not static, but instead quite dramatic, in a direction that is unknowable, with a purpose that only God knows. Proposition 2. There is something constructive you can do about change. You need not be a passive recipient of change. You can respond. You don't have to sit and suffer the loss of the good old days, and sometimes these good old days probably weren't as good as you think they were. You can become an agent of change for yourself. Despite the consistency of change, you're not powerless, nor does God want you to be powerless. God has given you the most power of any living creature to become the master of your fate and the captain of your ship, to use a few metaphors. The power that you accept for the good of yourself and all, the more power will be given to you. Use your power or you forfeit it. Unused power is lost forever. When you respond to change with an understanding of God's intention to move all things towards the good, you will instinctively know how best to use your God-given powers to respond to all external changes for good. Proposition 3. You must choose your response to external change by changing your attitude to avoid emotional distress. So the first choice is to choose your attitude. The second choice is choosing your action to best adjust to change. And then thirdly, choosing goals to make the most of a bad situation, those situations that you don't have the power to change. The people who suffer most during or under any sort of external change are those who believe themselves to be powerless to do nothing. Complaining, condemning, criticizing towards those who you believe are responsible produces nothing constructive. It only makes matter worse. Ultimately, it is God who is the ultimate response, who is the ultimate source of all changes, for he is the maker of change. So why would anyone want to compound what they believe is bad changes by adding their own emotional upsetness to it? The more positive your response to external change, the better the ultimate outcome is to you and the support given to God's purpose for change. My final message to you today is you always have the power to change your inner life. Don't fight changes you can't control. The best response to any external change you don't like is to start by accepting them. Accept reality. You don't have to like it, but since change is inevitable, you must learn to accommodate any and all changes from a positive point of view, because only this attitude offers you any chance to earn the best possible outcome for you. Never forget that you have choices to how to respond to change, so start changing your attitude. Once you have become or achieved a peaceful acceptance of the inevitableness of change, only then should you choose what changes you want to make to your external life to best accommodate the changes that you cannot really control. That's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.